So this island isn't like a standalone like adventure on its own, like a module.
No, my original intent was to run like the actual Isle of Dread D&D adventure, just using Forbidden Lands, and then I realized that the Isle of Dread adventure is fun, but it's not good.
That's probably fair.
All right, here we go. Session 41 of Forbidden Lands.
Jeebus.
Yeah, it's been a long winning game. It's now
How have we survived this long?
by not having a bunch of games like last
I don't
week.
think so. Jeez.
But this is now officially, session count wise, our longest running game on Crucible Gaming.
Wow.
So, I mean, I think last week was technically that mark, but this week definitely is.
And if the audience didn't notice, yesterday we actually used the word Crucible game.
We did.
You did.
But yes, for those of you who saw last week, the dice were not kind to our party last week.
That's one way to phrase
All
it.
that under you for understatement.
As
Dice were brutal.
as you guys continue to try to push your way into this this abandoned crypt that you found, long abandoned, apparently sealed, encountered some skeletal guardians that seemed to just keep replenishing until you broke some sort of font of necromantic magic that just then seemed to pulse out and permeate the area. Desi's armor got broken. Caldy suffered a pierced ear because he's lucky. Took a moment after you defeated the skeletons, took a moment to go back to your horses, regroup, kind of like re-equip, pull the plate armor off the horse just in case, and make your way down again. As you made your way slightly further into the crypt, and by slightly further I mean about another 10 feet.
5, I think.
So bad.
Desi seemed to activate some sort of trap or something that sealed her in a small room, where, devoid of any light, she was assailed by disembodied hands.
Yeah, the creepy closet. Yeah.
Like dozens of them, literal swarms of animated disembodied hands
So creepy.
that kept pulling her down to the ground and pummeling her. You finally managed to get the door open and deal with that, and realize that you've explored precious little of this crypt.
I hate it.
But that is where we're gonna pick up this week. You guys are in the crypt. It's dark. The only light you currently have is the little bit of light, like ambient light from that one room you're in. Trust just keeps snuffing out the candles, or the torches, to fuel his magic.
It's a bad habit.
And that's where we'll turn things over to you guys.
Dizzy, are you all right?
Kind of ate this place. It
Um,
better pay off.
We could just leave.
I'm okay. This plate armor is quickly going the way of my chainmail. It's about half here.
Well, let's hope we find some armor here.
Being locked alone in the dark with
You know, we're
goes.
having a bad time when your chainmail fits me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't check the crypt in the first room. I don't know how wise that is, but we didn't.
Because Trustius picked the door to the north and I opened it. And, I don't think I want to go first.
We didn't open any of the tombs or anything, did we?
No, we didn't open any of those crypts. That was, very unpleasant.
I think we need to assume that everything is trapped from now on.
That seems fair.
I'm gonna poke the ground where I'm stepping first with the butt of my spear, just in case I start something. Prodding for traps. I think you should do something similar, because this place has been engineered to be a problem.
The interesting thing about this place is the magic that statue contained, and even these hands is not something that I understand is beyond my means. So there could be lore here, lore that's important, that'll help us. But I think we'll need torches before we go much further.
I've got
Still have some.
I've got one. Yeah. I think next time we should toss the torch into the room before I take a step in.
Baldy will pull a stack of torches out and toss them over to Trustius.
Okay.
I still have 8 willpower left.
I still have a bunch of torch left, though.
All right. So, do we want to go back into that main chamber and open the there were what 4 crypts back there?
Yeah, there's 4 sarcophaguses.
Absolutely.
those up.
One at a time, though.
Yes. Yes.
Prod for traps while you do that.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm all for trying to find armor. If we're gonna break armor here, we might find some.
Here's hoping, because I don't think we've got another set out there that's undamaged.
No, that was my last one.
Yep. Yeah. And
Next
I'm
time
not
I'm gonna
that
pack
keen on
more.
Yeah.
Outside my horse hear me say that and he hates me.
I think extra armor would should definitely be something that we bring next time.
It's hard to repair on the fly.
Oh, there's that village the halfling baker guy told us about if we get there.
Yeah.
While I still have any armor left.
Yeah.
Chris, you keep rolling dice and it makes me nervous. Stop it. Alright, let's turn around, go back and open those 4 sarcophagi. And
I'm gonna just prod to see what you started that closed the door.
you feel free. I would like to be out of this room.
Oh yeah, please do. I'll do it from outside the hallway. Like from the other side of the door, just prodding with a bone or something.
So yeah, as you kind of like lean forward and kind of prod a little bit, there is a little bit of give in the floor, just inside the door.
I'm trying to, this is not important, but Oktai is trying to discover what he's looking for. Like there's probably gonna be another trap. So he's trying to get the feel of how those people did their trap. Trying to get experience with their trap.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you guys can mess around with sarcophagi.
Sweet. That's where all the treasure is.
Perhaps these don't have names or etchings on them, if I remember.
They do not.
Might be empty. Hey, Chris, in this game, what's a find traps roll?
It would be scouting.
I'm gonna check out one of the sarcophagi, like on the exterior, to see if I can find something that might look like it could be a trap.
Alrighty. Which sarcophagus would you like to check?
The upper left, where I am now.
Okay. So yes, you can give me a scouting roll.
Yeah, and I'll check the opposite one, bottom right.
Okay. Right. So, Ryzen, you kind of carefully look at this the sarcophagus. Seems to be well constructed. Like it's constructed out of stone. It's like part of the floor. It looks like. You don't see any sign of any mechanisms or anything. Kind of look at the lid. The lid is completely in place. Kind of like very carefully, kind of like nudge it open just enough to barely be able to see. You don't see any glint of anything that looks like a trap on that sarcophagus.
Okay, I think this one is good to go.
Is there anything in it?
Don't know. I haven't tried to lift it yet. I'm just thinking that it's not trapped from what my inspection says. I don't know if it's I don't know if the lid's too heavy for me to push off.
It's fairly solid. The couple of you'd be able to move it without too much issue.
So I don't think I can do it myself, but with a little bit of help, we can probably push this one off.
Caldy flexes and rolls up his sleeves. And then lets somebody else do it.
All right, I'll help you open it. Okatai, get ready to deal with whatever
Smite whatever pops out.
Just ready.
Yeah, I got my sling ready.
All right. So you guys kind of carefully move the lid of the sarcophagus, hoping that nothing jumps out at you or anything. And inside there is a mostly intact humanoid skeleton. Judging from the features, you're going to guess probably a human, because, I mean, elves don't have skeletons, and it's too big to be a goblin, a halfling, or a dwarf, and it doesn't have, like, the elongated snout of a wolfkin or the pronounced teeth of an orc. It seems to be dressed in, like, some semblance of finery, like a tabard and stuff. Still in fairly decent condition, probably because this tomb was sealed against the elements, and buried with some jewelry. There's like rings on the bony fingers. There's like a necklace. All looks to be quite well made.
Can Justius tell, like, what kingdom this fellow might be from, or is there enough of the tabard left for heraldry?
Not really. It's nothing that you would be familiar with. It's far too old, and you're not from the island originally.
Right. Okay.
But it's not the Empire that cast us here.
It is not the Empire that cast you out here, and it's enough to indicate that there apparently was a civilization here on the island before it got turned into the Empire's dumping ground.
Which we've run into before.
You have run into before.
Before we start pulling off jewelry, let's check the other ones. Same process, perhaps.
I like that idea.
Right. Well, Culdy, since Culdy was checking one, he can give me a scouting roll. That one too, I believe you said bottom right.
That's correct.
So kind of taking a page from Rise, and you kind of like examine it carefully. And then you kind of like lift it just enough. No sign of anything that might indicate a trap.
Good to hear. I will move on to the next one while these guys deal with whatever's in this one. Or search, or whatever was in the first one, if they're searching.
And kind of following the same careful procedure. I'm not going to get you guys to roll scouting for each one sort of thing. They seem to be fine. No sign of any traps on the sarcophagi themselves. You would guess that the skeletal guardians were probably deterrent enough from any potential grave robbers.
Yeah, they kind of were.
And the same thing in each of them is, skeleton dressed in finery. Between the 4 sarcophagi, you can kind of piece together that because they're not buried with any weaponry or armor or shields or anything, that they are probably like lesser nobility. They're not like the jewelry and stuff wouldn't indicate that they were servants, but the lack of weapon stuff means that they weren't soldiers or fighters or anything. So you would guess lesser nobility, generally speaking, and I trust you'd be probably well aware of this. The higher your station in life, the further into the crypt you get buried.
Right. And no indications of names, or like names matter for trustees.
Yeah. No indication of any names.
If we're going to find answers, we're going to have to go deeper. I don't suppose I couldn't convince you to loot this place after we clear the rest of it.
I'm all for looting this place. I can't speak for anybody else.
I think
I'm not
picking
sentimental.
Picking stuff up on the way back.
Personally, I was looking for armor, but
That would be nice.
I just plan on Desi finishing that one too, so just planning ahead.
I'm hoping I don't finish this one off too.
Oh, I really hope you do. Don't
I'm-
finish it, but I really hope you don't finish it. But just to be safe.
Yeah.
Speaking of ahead, we have 3 choices, and my last choice was a poor one.
Well, technically, there's something at the end of that hallway.
There was another door at the other end. I didn't get to it.
So we can finish what we started before opening other doors. And I saw a little push button on the other side of the door, so we might want to check for that on the next one.
Are we talking about going the way that Desi got briefly trapped?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just need to avoid the little button next to the little depression after the door that closes the door.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh yeah, there's a little thing there that just if you step on it, it's gonna close the door.
Well, you can go first this time.
Yeah, not like that, but yeah. Gonna prod the ground. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caldy, light a torch if you would.
Ready as I'm gonna.
Well, somebody light a torch and I'll carry it.
I'll light the torch and give it to Caldy.
Perfect.
Okay. Can roll your torch dice.
Yep. Oh, just need to reload that.
I think everybody else is two-handed, right?
Yeah,
If I have my shield in one, yeah.
I'm dual wielding.
I think I've got a free hand.
Is your armor one-handed or two-handed?
My arms? My armor? Or
Your armor. The big metal
hammer.
thing you hit people with.
No, my clubs are one-handed, and right now I'm just wielding one. Although I've debated getting the ambidextrous two-handed fighting thing so I can use both, but right now I'm just using one.
Oh, okay. You gotta find you a bigger bone to make a bigger hammer.
Yeah, well,
We
right
were
now I
going-
got the femur bone and I got the wood club limb that I took.
Oh yeah, the demon tree bone.
All right, Ogata, I guess you're leading the way.
Yep. Just waiting for Foundry to reload so I can roll the torch dice. I'm getting there.
Well, as you make your way down this little, you're going up the area where Desi got trapped.
Yep.
Alright.
Poking the ground while I go to try to see if there's other traps.
Perfect. Doesn't seem to be any at all, but the door that you come to at the far end of this little corridor is locked.
Another locked door.
Locking things out or locking things in?
I don't know.
The lock mechanism is on your side.
Comforting.
Yeah. So we went down the hallway where all the hands were?
Yep.
The room where all the hands were? Well, the hands were obviously trying to keep something from getting through that door.
Do we check the other pathway before we try unlocking things?
We're here now. We might as well go forward. I could try to pick the lock.
You still have my lockpick?
Maybe.
If you don't, here you go. Still on my sheet.
That was what? Sleight of hand, right?
Sleight of hand.
Plus
get a-
1 was it for the lockpick?
Yep. Only thing I got from the continent.
One's good for me.
Okay.
You'll step back, give the lockpick back to Okatai. Just so
I'm
we don't
gonna
have to trade stuff back and forth.
So you successfully managed to get that door unlocked.
Let's find what fresh hell's behind this one. As he takes notes first tower. Severed hand pit.
Yeah, that's not a. That's
If everyone's ready,
nasty.
Yeah, need me to lead the way?
I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna prod to see if there's a trap on the other side first. Just be ready when I open the door. There might be something. So. Sorry.
I like how we're so scared to open the fucking door, right?
Oh, it's trapped. This place is trapped and locked and everything. So
This is brutal.
It's like
I'm
basic,
gonna. I
basic
go
D&D
back
all over
to-
again.
I'm going back to D&D 2nd edition traps that flip and one shot kill you. Just no. I'm gonna prod. So I'll open the door, and I'm not gonna step in first, depending on if there's something on the other side.
All right. So when you open the door, these kind of greenish yellow lights flash on, bathing the room in like an eerie greenish glow.
Looks familiar.
I'm gonna prod, see if there's a traps on the other side of the door to lock it down.
There does not seem to be, but give me a scouting roll.
Don't like it already.
Like, the
Here
next step
comes
will
the
be
skeleton.
The light color. Disturbing.
Scouting.
The color's probably similar to Justice's magic.
Mm.
Is it a similar green to the gem that from the statue in the previous room?
It is a similar green. So Okatai, since you're up front,
Yep.
you see movement. The sarcophaguses on the far side of the room from you, the lids start to move.
We have movement
Can you see what it is?
coming out of the sarcophagi. I assume undead.
I bet it doesn't have hands.
I'm gonna poke a bit further to see if I can step in.
Okay.
Can I see it with my special eyesights?
Not from where you currently are.
Where I currently am is safe.
Right.
But Okatai, and you guys all hear the lids, like the grinding of stone on stone as the lids like slide across the top of the sarcophagi, and then a crashing sound as they fall to the floor. And these two, not quite skeletons, there's still like some flesh on them, wearing like the battered remnants of some sort of armor, rise up out of the sarcophagi, kind of grasping their long swords. And you guys are probably going to want to roll some initiative.
Oh, this place is terrible.
I love this stuff. It reminds me of playing like first edition.
Except that you're in a remarkably more dangerous game.
You have very different memories of first edition.
I mean, first edition was bad too, but
Sorry, I don't know why I drew two.
That's okay.
Want me to do it again?
Oh, that's fine.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got kicked
Yeah.
out for some reason. I heard that it was grasping his longsword, but it cutted the rest. I don't know what grasped his longsword.
These creatures that don't quite look like skeletons, there's still some flesh left on them. They've got like this long, stringy, like grayish white hair. Their eyes are like these like two little burning pinpricks of fiery light in black sockets.
Oh, hello.
But initiative, because
There are more. There are more than one.
there are two.
Initiative. It's this one.
All right. So far, it seems like so far the game engine likes you guys today.
Bit more than last time.
That'll change.
I disagree.
Right. Trustius, you are up first. You've heard this clattering of stone as the sarcophagus lid hits the ground.
All right, I'm going to fact action move up by Okatai.
Okay.
Oh, these guys. And since I ran, I can shoot.
Yep.
Might as well see if arrows work. I don't know why I'm targeting.
Because other games we play require targeting, and I find I do it to keep in practice.
And that's... I don't want to damage the bow, so that's fine.
Right, so it thunks into it. Its armor seems to absorb that.
That's fine. Like, that tells us they have a lot of decent armor. Slow action, I'm going to see if fireworks. So I'm going to cast Emulate on him. White number 2.
Okay.
Just go through the options, right? We're playing first edition D&D. Let's play first edition D&D. Embrace it. I'm going to safe cast that. I'm not going to put the torch out. So just power level. Oh, I have a grimoire. No, I have to pull it out though, don't I?
Yep.
So yeah, just this. Power level 1.
Okay, it does seem to light on fire, and it kind of like turns its head and kind of like its eyes bear into your like what remains of your necromantic soul.
So we have an understanding. I imagine Trusty's eyes are kind of flaring the same kind of color.
Yep. That will take us to Okatai.
I'm gonna rope in my my harpoon and I'm gonna shoot at one of them.
Okay.
One of them is on fire.
Yep.
I'm gonna start with that.
Okay.
It's not like this. This. So this goes here. Is that a monster?
Yes, it is. Seems to bounce right off of its armor.
Yep. It's a lot of dice with just one success.
Yep.
So it begins.
And I'm gonna keep my fast action.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna use my fast action to bring back my harpoon to me.
Okay. That will take us to Desi.
I'm going to rush up to between Trustius and Okatai, because right now I can't see. Oh. White 2 has something over him?
It's
What
on.
is that?
It's on fire.
Oh! That sounds like a bad thing to rush onto.
Well, I lit it on fire.
Yeah, but I don't want to get lit on fire. What are the wooden things?
The wooden things.
Over on the left. Yeah.
They are just things that happen to be on the map that I grabbed.
Okay.
We'll say those are those are sarcophagus lids.
Okay. I'm probably gonna regret this. I'm gonna melee charge white 1. Or no, I can't because I'm not in the same square, right? I'm not in the same zone.
Correct.
Okay. I will move into that zone.
Okay.
I think you can make a move roll to try to make that move
Yep.
a fast action. So if you get that move roll, you could charge. If not, you just move into that zone with your slow action. So that's not wasting much.
Okay. Well, I might as well try then.
Nope.
Oh, plate mail.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's exactly this reason why I'm not wearing plate mail. I need my move.
So yeah, you like.
Yeah, because my fast footwork only helps me with dodging.
So yeah, you kind of chug up. Crunch, 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 crunch.
This is why I don't like chainmail. Or why I don't like plate. I prefer chainmail.
Yeah, that's why we stayed with plate and with chain, even if we add plate.
Yeah.
That will take us to Ryzen.
So I would like to move forward, but I find it interesting. I don't know if anybody else who's above me can see because the map is almost pitch black above me.
Yep, it's just because of where you were, you couldn't actually see anything.
Ah, okay. Thank you. All right, I will. How many squares can I move?
From where you were, you could get up to where Okatai and Trustius are.
Okay.
That will take us to Kuldi.
Well, Caldy moves so we can see. And I guess I'll shoot a sling at white number 1. See if it does anything.
All right.
Yeah, we have to watch the zones. They're super tight in this place.
Mm.
And I waste a rock.
Zing. White number 2.
Something's happening is up next. Sorry, I've never seen that caption before. A monster.
It was going to try to put itself out, but it failed the move roll.
Oh, so it's got a brain.
It is smart enough to try to put itself out, so it's just going to stay where it is. The other one. Oh. Desi's right there.
Yeah, unfortunately I am.
Oh, you're near range.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's a lot of dice.
Oof.
Oh! What's that?
That is 4 wits damage.
There's nothing I can do about that, is there?
You can roll insight.
Oh yeah, because that's going to help me a lot. I've only got 3 wits.
You're human. You could always try something.
Oh yeah, I suppose. And I do have plenty of willpower. Yeah, I already rolled it. I'll take what?
So that is 4 damage to your wits.
That takes me out because I've only got 3 wits.
So you know the scene in Ghostbusters where they're sneaking up on the librarian? And then she turns around and like turns into this horrifying creature that scares the shit out of all of the guys.
Vaguely? Been a long time.
Yep.
I remember it.
So yeah, so as you're approaching up there, this white looks at you, and like the skin peels back, and the eye sockets flare, and it gazes into your soul and scares the shit out of you.
Petted stare.
That is going to be a horror trauma for Desi.
Because that's what she needs.
Oh, poor Desi.
First the crawling hands, now this.
Sorry, you took how much damage?
More than I had. I took four wits damage. I've only got 3 wits.
So
And
how
right
does she
now they've
recover
been
from that?
scared
It's
out
like,
of me.
do we give her a pep talk or something?
You can recover wits through performance, I believe.
All right. I guess I know what I'm doing next.
But the main thing is because of this creature, Desi, you realize that being in here with this enclosed space with these creatures, every 15 minutes you are inside an enclosed space, you take 1 point of damage to your wits
Oh, God.
from your claustrophobia.
Oh. Oh, that's horrible.
Is that considered like being broken?
Yes.
I will inform you, Desi, that this still activates your Berserker Rage.
Yep.
Berserker can give you back any attribute.
So yes, so Desi like kind of falls back, like probably lets out this wail of terror that turns into like just like anger and aggression as she snaps and goes berserk. You regain a number of points of wits equal to however many ranks you have in Berserker.
Just 1.
So you regain a point of wits.
Yay. Kind of.
Well, that matters.
And
Well, I must immediately attack the closest opponent
yep,
and keep fighting until I'm broken. Again.
yep, or until all opponents are defeated.
Oh boy.
That will take us to Trustius.
Okay, so
And I did the fire damage to the burning white, so.
I'm gonna fast action move to here, and I'm gonna shoot that white.
All right.
And I'm gonna roll arrows twice because I didn't roll last round. I forgot.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good shot.
I'm back to my normal armor rolls.
Does he take damage from that?
He does.
Oh, okay. That's good news. Slow action. I'm going to reach out and touch Coley on the back of his head. This might hurt a bit. And I'm going to cast.
I have 8 wits.
I'm going to cast Transfer. You got lots of willpower, so.
Yeah, I got 8 willpower.
Right, gonna eat a little bit of Cully's soul.
He's kind of good at it. And he's almost dead anyway.
Just the tip.
So, Calder, you got what, 8?
That is correct.
Could I take 5?
You can have 8.
Oh, I'm going to not take 8. I'll take 7.
As you will.
Maybe the reason it's so easy to transfer from Caldy is because his soul is so close to the surface because he's so old.
Trust is a bit feeble.
Or because he's a capitalist.
He's a capitalist. He has no soul.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Trustius, you reach out, grab some of Caldy's life energy to fuel yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
That will take us to Okatai.
Okay. I'm gonna harpoon again.
Okay.
Hopefully with better result. Rope's still on it, and I'm gonna try. Okatai is trying to restrict their movement, so
Okay.
doing his best. Yeah, this.
There you go.
I don't see my result.
Oh, he does take 1 point of damage. Alright, so you launch your harpoon. His armor stops most of it, but you still manage to kind of lock into him.
I assume he's immune to bleeding and to poison.
Yes. The downside to fighting undead.
Yeah, they don't. My dots don't work on them.
But he is successfully harpooned.
Great.
Anything else?
Nope. Keeping my fast action and holding to the rope.
Sorry, did he harpoon the one that's not on fire?
No, he harpooned the one that is on fire. That will take us to Desi.
I'm attacking. It's not. It's not in. It's still back in that corner, right?
Yes.
All right, melee charge. With Briath in hand, and I will be trying to slash it.
All right.
And because I've got Sword Fighter gives me a D8, and melee charge gives me a D8. 3d8, and then the +1 for Sword Fighter and the +1 for melee charge. I think that's it.
Yep.
Pretty certain.
Wow.
Oh, his armor stops one of it. So you know what? He is going to try to parry. Not successfully. But he will stop 1, so that's 4 damage. So he takes 3.
And I'm going to spend a willpower to immediately attack again.
Okay.
Because that seems like something Desi would do in this situation.
She mad.
She mad. This time I'll only get 2d8 because I'm not actually charging. She real mad.
She mad. Now this is what dice are supposed to do.
Right?
All right.
And that's it for me.
Alright, take us to Horizon.
Alrighty. So I can see one white in the upper right. Is that the one that's on fire, or is that the other one?
Yeah, no, it is on fire and it currently has a harpoon sticking out of it.
And there's another one that I can currently not see just because of the way the map is, I guess, on the left.
Yep, you can hear Desi hacking away at something over there.
I will charge that one, because that one's not on fire.
Okay. So if you want to be able to attack it this round, you would need to make a move roll to get like the extra movement you need.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
You guys would know that that fire doesn't spread, right?
I know
Just
nothing
as-
about your. I don't know
He's
anything
done-
about your demon magic, but I also don't know if it'll hurt me if I try to fight it.
He's done this dozens of times.
Yeah, and blown up himself and others.
Well, there's that.
Let us be careful, even if it's not.
I don't trust your magic any farther than you can throw it.
So you dart across there super quick, getting right up into his face, and you still have your slow action if you would like to attack. It is a monster for Dragon Slayer. Okay. And roll a d8 as well, because you should have a d8 from your Hammer Fighter. Okay. One success. His armor blocks it, but you automatically inflict damage because you're a Hammer Fighter and a Dragon Slayer. Okay. He's looking pretty badly wounded now.
Savage little halfling.
Colby.
I'm here to save you, Desi. It's all good.
Caldy will scream in pain. Blair, give some wicked side eye over at Trestius, and then whip a rock at our burning wraith over there.
Okay.
Is that a table in the middle of the room?
Again, it's like an artifact in the map I grabbed because I didn't make this one. I just snagged it.
Oh, that round thing in the middle?
Yeah.
I'll push this one.
Okay. That rock finds purchase.
Sweet.
That white. Is that white?
See, that's how you do it, people. Good old natural, God-given shale.
Starting to think that Goldie liked throwing rocks because rocks are free.
I was really waiting for somebody to catch on to that. I got a little Uncle Scrooge in Caldy.
Why would I use a weapon when rocks
He has
are
a
free?
dagger. He's never thrown it.
Arrows cost like a copper.
Those rocks are free. You can just take them. They don't tell you that, but you can just take them.
That one is going to move to there as a fast action. And
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the performance boost that the extra ram's given me here.
oh, nice. Let's see. This will doesn't have quite enough to that. Short range, you say?
Uh-oh.
So it kind of like reaches out, and you see some of those dead hands in that little corridor there. You start to twitch.
So glad I can't see it.
And then they come back to life. This one. Desi has inflicted far more damage on it than Risen has. So it will strike at you with its life-stealing longsword.
Yeah, I would definitely like to parry that.
Ooh.
Absolutely want to parry that.
Okay.
So I've got defender, sword fighter, and shield fighter. Let me check what gives me bonuses. So I get an extra D8 for sword fighter. That's only dodge.
Right, that is going to hit for 2 points of damage to your strength. You can roll your armor, such as it is.
What's left of it?
Oh, your armor takes another point of damage.
Oh, God.
Grand. So I took how much damage to my strength?
2.
Okay.
And I need you to make an endurance roll.
Shit.
And you take another point of damage to your strength as your life starts getting leached out of you.
Jesse kind of falters a bit.
No, you're still bad. Stay bad. Bruce?
Start of the turn. The one that's on fire takes fire. Desi takes another point of strength damage.
Oh, Desi goes down and then gets back up.
All right, so Trester's got to run because that's what he does. I'm going to shoot that thing with an arrow.
Okay.
I'm running out of places to run, but I'll keep going. Ugh.
Oof. Armor stops that one solidly.
Right. Slow action, I'll shoot him again. That's better.
It takes 2.
And roll 2 arrows.
That is enough to drop that.
Double 10s in the arrows. It's good.
That will take us to Okatai.
So he dropped the one that was on fire?
He did.
Okay. I'm not gonna try to get my harpoon out right now, so I'm gonna pick the other one. And I'm gonna throw at the ones things. Well, I think I need to move if I want to see the other one.
Yes.
So I fast action to get a line of sight with it, and I'm gonna throw my other harpoon at it. I can draw it out with fast draw.
Yep.
We left Caldy with the hand.
He'll be fine.
I mean, my guess is if those thing dies, maybe the end will stop having someone animating them, so there's stop. So that's where I'm going, but I might be wrong.
Here's hoping.
Well, I killed the one that animated it, so
So I'm wrong. Well,
Come on, armor. Oof. Takes 1 point of damage.
still don't see what I rolled.
You got 2 successes, inflicting 3 damage, plus 1 damage from your Dragon Slayer.
Yeah. Good.
So 1 damage. That is actually enough to drop it because of the Dragon Slayer.
But he had the time to create some stupid hand.
We're gonna do their best to grapple poor Caldy.
I hate those things so much.
Finally, an opponent my size.
And they grab you and they pull you to the ground. You could try to dodge.
Oh yeah. Fast footwork? I forget. Does that give me a dodge?
Yes, it does. You get a dodge for free, and you get a +1 die. 1 success is enough to dodge them.
Can't catch me.
That will take us to Desi.
Well, Desi's on her feet again. Is that white? Is the white by me? Is it dead?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yay! I don't see any other whites.
No, but there's N grabbing Colby. Like,
I cannot see that from here.
nighttime.
Can I hear it?
You could
Like,
probably.
do I know?
I imagine Caldy is not quiet about being attacked by creepy crawly hands.
Probably
Calder
not.
is
I
never
know
quiet about anything. In fact,
Yeah,
he even
he's-
snores.
Desi certainly wasn't quiet about being grappled by hands.
she will move down toward him,
Okay.
toward the sounds of combat. I would like to make the move roll to see if I can get in there to melee charge.
Yep.
I greatly doubt that I will, but it's the only. I guess my empathy hasn't taken any damage yet. Oh,
Right. So you can move 1 more as a fast action.
so that would be into this. Isn't that into this zone? Or
Yeah. So 1 gets you to where you are, and then you can move 1 more zone because you made the move roll.
okay, and then I can melee charge the hand.
And then you can melee charge the hands
I will melee charge the hands.
because it is a swarm.
Yeah, I'll melee charge into that.
Okay.
She has to. Berserker's act. I don't get a choice in it.
Sheesh.
Ooh.
And that's with 1 strength.
Alright. And the swarm of hands, you kill a bunch of them.
With the point of damage you did.
Yep. The downside to the swarms. Spend a willpower to attack again, or
Yeah, she will. She's not thinking. Obviously.
All right.
Vriath seems to like me again.
And that will take us to Resin.
So the white that Desi and I were fighting got taken down.
It did. A harpoon flew over your head and struck into it and dropped it to the ground.
Okay. I will go to move to attack any hands if they are still here.
Yep. They're you can hear like Desi and Cully both screaming, one in fear, one in anger. So if you make a move roll, you can close with the hands.
Which is which?
Circle of life.
I know Desi didn't really like those hands.
Nope, not even a little.
Perfect. So yeah, that is enough for you to close with the hands.
Z hands.
That's right. And yeah, you could, as you kind of round the corner, you see like Desi is basically like stomping on them and stabbing them and like kicking them against the wall. Caldy's like batting them off him, trying to get out. And yeah, it's like a fairly small swarm at this point. Didn't have enough time to raise more than one.
So I get to attack this round too?
Yes, you do. That is enough to squish some more hands. And the swarm is significantly thinned out at this point. That will take us to Culdy.
Caldy will make a quick retreat, and because he's a idiot, he's going to go into the room.
Right.
And then he'll fire off with a sling.
Right. Give me a move roll to see whether or not the hands get a grab at you as you go. They do get a grab at you as you go,
Oh, he pushed it.
but they miss. So yeah, so you duck through the swinging swords and the club and step over the dead white and make your way into the room. And you still have your slow action to fire off a sling. Let's drop another
Take
one
that.
in the room. Will take us to Trustius.
That swarm's still up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll fast action move. Actually, well, I'm just gonna shoot him twice.
Okay.
Might be a waste of arrows, but it could be 2 attacks, which could be 2 damage, right?
Yep. Ooh, good shot. And as you knock your second arrow and get ready to fire, you realize that none of the hands are moving anymore.
Yeah, I still roll arrows.
Yep.
Is everyone all right?
Kind of twisted my ankle a little bit.
Start of
Getting
next
away from
round.
those hands.
Start of next
I'm
round.
okay.
Desi takes a point of damage to strength.
Dizzy falls over.
Okatai, what happened to Dizzy?
Sorry?
Dizzy's passed out. Do you know what's happening?
That thing just sure shook her out of her boots. Let me check. Any apparent wound on Dizzy?
Yeah, she's got a big sword wound on her.
She's got 5 points worth of wounds on her.
Huh. Well, let's start with that. Did you deal with the hand while I was away for a second?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the hands are gone.
Does she have a critical wound?
She does. She has 2, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
She's
nice.
making a collection.
Yeah, I
11
didn't, see the,
Pokemon cards.
I didn't see the physical critical injury, Chris.
It's because it's non-typical.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna need your help here, because I can't do both. Like, I can heal her injury, or I can heal her exhaustion. So if you could give me a hand with medicine, I can check out her wound.
I assume you're asking Ryzen?
Yes. Well, if anyone has an idea how to, well, I take Ryzen as our.
Sorry, what was the question again?
I need your help with medicine. If you could fix her up, I could heal her wound, but I can't heal her exhaustion. Like, I can't deal with.
I
Okay.
actually took a point of healing last game, so I can help there.
Okay, I got some. I have a little bit of healing. Yeah, I can work on that.
Because I only have a willpower left.
Yeah, I've only got a little bit of willpower myself. I understand. I'll get to work on mundane healing for now.
I can only help her if she dies.
Let's not get there.
Right.
Better than fail.
So that is enough to give 1 point of strength back to Dizzy.
Is there anything I can do to augment that?
Not really. You could have been helping, in which case Resin would have 1 more die to roll.
All right.
So you can roll another d6 there, Mark.
Or I could push if I'm feeling dangerous.
That's an option too. Okay. So 1 point of strength back to Dizzy, and are you trying to heal the sword wound, or I guess the poison wound technically, or the mental trauma?
I think I want to try to get the poison out of her.
Well, that's for Okatai's mend wounds. That's what heals criticals.
The other one is poison.
It's a poison effect, basically.
Both of those things are going to be terrible.
I'll heal whichever you prefer me to heal, guys.
Well, you heal her point of strength. I need to heal her critical. It's not the
Okay,
same.
I'll do that.
All right. So as Ryzen and Caldy kind of tend to Desi's physical wounds, Okatai kind of leans down, and that green healing energy kind of flows out of his hands. And Desi, this burning sensation in your chest from that sword wound, you didn't realize that you were feeling because you were kind of like out of it. And then there's like this pain as that nature magic kind of like burns away the necrotic corruption in your wound, removing the non-typical critical injury, so you're not going to die in a few days.
That's a relief.
And this like kind of blackish pus kind of like forms around the wound and then dries and flakes off.
Do we have any idea? Is this an effect of the sword, or is this a poison that was on the sword, or is this an effect from the white?
Make a lore roll.
I'll certainly do that.
Oddly enough, the necromancer's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's got so many things that I don't got.
But
The white had armor on.
they do have like a kind of like a black chainmail. But Ryzen, you've heard stories and tales. Like you never really put much stock in them because they're stories and tales and songs and so on and so forth. But your understanding from these legends and myths that you've picked up over your travels is that whites are capable of passing on a little bit of their curse to their victim, channeled through their sword. So it's not innate to the sword; it is innate to the wraith, but it's channeled through their sword. And it barely just it eats away at your life force until you die, and if you die as a result of that wound, you will rise as a white.
Trestus will feel guilty about thinking that could have been an opportunity.
But hey, at least he felt guilty.
He won't say that out loud, but he's like, "Oh, that would be no."
Desi will scream as that burning sensation gets pulled out. Because that sounds really painful.
And to just prevent Desi from going batshit insane, I'm gonna pull energy from my spear to get temporary willpower to cast it again.
All right.
Because
That's the one I made for you.
Yep. Otherwise, I don't know how we're gonna deal with Desi being claustrophobic here.
I kind of like the druid siphoning necromantic magic out of his spear to heal Desi.
Because I'm out of juice, guys. I'm out of juice. And it's one willpower. I know it gives me more, but...
So again, Okatai lays his hands on, and Desi, your mind kind of clears. You realize that, even if you're down here with all these undead things, at least, you've got people that you've grown accustomed to. And perhaps
that's the way to phrase it.
Perhaps things aren't quite so bad.
Ow. Okay.
This is becoming a tradition. We've made it 15 feet, and perhaps we need to go visit the horses again.
Make me laugh. How's my armor?
Well, we got 2 new armor from the white.
Oh, that's good.
And maybe, Caldy, you're gonna need to use the amulet I lent you to heal Desi, because I'm out. If we
All right, I'll give that a shot.
If we want to keep on going, I don't see how else.
I need, to rest. Everything hurts right now.
Some torches lit, please. It's a rare time that Dizzy has said please.
Sorry, I can barely hear you, Anita.
Sorry.
I lit a torch.
All right, I'll carry the torch. How do I use this amulet? Because there's no notes on it in my sheet.
The power level of the amulet is already predetermined. You just use it.
Okay, well, I will use it to kill Desi. Is it a one shot and it's over?
No, you can use it. You can use it once a day.
And what was the power level of the heal in it?
Power level 5.
Wow.
Yikes.
It's the safety button because if I fall, I cannot heal myself, and I just can't heal myself. So if somebody else has a healing thing, it give us a chance.
Strange you'd give it to the one guy who falls every time.
People know it's on you, so when you fall, they can grab it and heal you back up.
Someone tries to take my jewelry, I'll come back from the grave and get them.
Can
Gets
arrange
out of
that.
So that warm, soothing, natural magic, it feels really out of place in this area. It flows into Desi. Your cuts and bruises, the aching subsides. They go very quickly from like a purple to a light greenish yellow to normal flesh color. And you feel much more like yourself. And then as you move, like a piece falls off of your plate armor.
Oh.
Because I think your plate armor is down to 3 out of 8.
Yep, it is.
We gotta
how much
keep
have I
that
healed?
I'm gonna keep that for future reparation.
Between the one from Ryzen getting you up and about, and then the healing amulet, you should be at full.
Okay. And what about my wits?
No, your wits is still not there.
Just at 1. Okay.
And I'm out of willpower. I use everything else.
Okay. Just need to keep
But
the light on.
we can strip the white from the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris, I'll spend my last willpower to heal one of Desi's wits.
Okay.
Makes me feel bad as a player because Desi can't do jack to heal anybody.
Hey, when I made this character, I wasn't expecting to be a frontline fighter and a healer. Stuff happens.
You killing things stops people from having to heal.
I
The
suppose
best
that's true.
defense is offense. If they're dead before they can hit us, we're fine.
Exactly.
It's
That's
move
my
you
goal.
never
Okay.
take. You're preventive healer.
I wasn't planning to make a pint-sized murder hobo healer, but here we are.
I can't heal you either. Well, I mean, it's delayed healing, but
So I'm preventative medicine. You're post-mortem medicine.
right. Daisy's way didn't work. Sorry, guys.
Preventive medicine, emergency medicine, and late medicine. We got it all.
So as you kind of like take stock of the situation, because I know Mark had mentioned that he was thinking of like at some point Ryzen is like working on a song about the characters, so I figure he's probably just like, as he goes about his business, he starts like putting like a little tune to these words, not really doing anything consciously because I believe you're using like your minstrel talent to do the healing. But just little snippets here and there that you catch about the various things that you guys have been through over your time on the island, kind of like buoys your spirits a bit.
And these fucking cocksuckers did this, and fucking
Yeah.
no fucking.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's not like a sappy heroic like ballad type of thing. It's
I'm the Andrew Dice Clay of this game.
Then the asshats came over the hill, and we fucking killed him.
yeah.
Yeah, let's Dizzy will get to her feet. let's take a look at that armor, because
I was gonna say, can we have a look at the armor and their long swords to see their quality?
Certainly, they're decent quality. I mean, they're both like pitch black. The swords are like they've been like basically like painted with like a matte color or finished with a matte color to kind of like not reflect light. And the same with the links and the chainmail. Definitely indication that the armor and the swords are like a mark of like maybe a knightly order or something at some point. Like they're not black because they're like evil or anything of that nature. They've been crafted to be black.
I mean, it looks in better state than mine. Just a harpoon hole in it.
Caldy,
Yes.
you are very good at talking, and I apologize for harming you earlier.
Like nothing of it. And he grins. A goblin grin.
If we have the opportunity, and you can convince one of these to say their name or the name of their boss, that would be advantageous.
I can convince the dead to give up their secrets, no problem.
These ones were intelligent, as opposed to the skeletons earlier. I expect that as we move forward, the challenge will become more difficult.
Well, I couldn't get much out of the hands. I don't know sign language.
All they said to me was "gimme, gimme" for different pieces of my
Don't give me no
chainmail.
lines and keep your hands to yourself.
all they wanted from me was chainmail.
Well, they did get that, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the
Oh.
chainmail from the guy on the left, and I take the chainmail from the guy on the right.
I don't care as long as it fits, and is a bit better condition than this plate. Because, yeah, there's a reason I wear chainmail.
Yeah, my chainmail is in need of repair too.
Plate's not all it's cracked up to be. It's awkward as hell to move in. I can't get a decent swing.
Yeah, that's why I switched back to chain. But I figured it would be still useful, just in case. Gonna get the armor out of the white.
Yeah, it's just regular chainmail.
Yeah, but since mine is as one dice, I guess it's better.
Yep. So yeah, you guys, those of you that are taking the white armor can basically just take your chainmail and just put it back up to full. Just make a note of your damage stuff for when it gets repaired.
I'm not wearing chainmail unless you've changed it on my sheet.
I believe I'm wearing Desi's chainmail.
Yeah, all 1 point of it.
Mine still has a point left, so if you break the last point of Desi armor, you can have my last point.
You,
This is terrible.
Caldy's wearing an arm of Desi's chainmail that we've just kind of tied together with twine at the top. Over his
Fits
shoulder.
perfectly.
Are we taking their long swords?
That feels better.
I was thinking of taking the longsword when we came back.
The long sword of the guy who hit me did something. Like that didn't. It didn't feel like a normal getting cut open sword.
That's
That makes sense.
that's an effect of them, not the sword.
Is it? God.
Yeah, they had this way of transferring their essence through their weapon like a poison.
Oh, okay, that explains some of it. Ow.
I didn't know that one.
No, so I
Um,
don't. So I don't think the swords themselves are special. It's their conduit to do their thing to make your life hell.
That's nasty.
Ogatai looked at Risen a bit impressed. Like, I didn't know that one.
I drink, I fart, I kill things, and I know things.
Well, still can maybe get some use out of those sword, but we can get them out when we come back.
Yeah.
We break armor, we break swords. I mean,
Just leave a trail behind us so we can find our way back to the entrance.
Yep.
That's great.
drums of metal.
Well, at least, nothing will come along and eat it, in theory.
In
Oh.
theory.
Yeah. We'll look around the room. Is there anything else odd in this room, Chris?
There's a door to the left, to the right, a door ahead of you. There
Do we want
are.
to check the other two sarcophagi that nothing jumped out of?
Or if there's anything left in them.
So yeah, the two sarcophagi kind of to the north wall are the two that opened. The two that are on the south are still closed.
Yeah, we should check those before we go further so nothing's coming up on us from behind. That way, if we're running out, we can run out without getting attacked on the way.
Yeah, sounds fair.
So somebody can give me a scouting roll.
I assume we checked if the white had anything else.
I'll take the scouting roll.
Yeah, the whites don't have anything else. There's nothing in their empty sarcophagi.
Okay.
Sarcophagus.
I'll push.
The sarcophagi sounds like a necromancer hero kind of guy.
I'm the sarcophagi.
Yeah, that's what I got in mind.
You could build a whole character around that.
All right. So
He finger guns whenever he introduces himself.
Golden Age comic, here you are.
all right. So Colby, you check those two southern sarcophagi, and you're like, okay, I think they're safe. I think they're safe. And then something kind of catches your attention and it like scares the crap out of you, which is why you take the 2 points of damage to your wits. It seems like there's something moving in this sarcophagus here. Whatever it is, though, it didn't seem like it was strong enough to move the lid the way the other ones did.
Sorry, which one? My character sheet was covering my screen.
The one on the east. Southeast.
All right. Well, I'll point that out and back far away from it, since it did 2 points of damage to me.
You didn't get what that was?
Nope, just that it moved.
Didn't seem
Sorry,
able
which
to.
one moved?
Inside this sarcophagus, there's stuff moving, but it doesn't seem to be able to lift the lid.
All right, well, you get ready to hit it. I'll move the lid.
Or perhaps we speak with it.
Or you could try to speak with it. Sure. Maybe it won't try to poison me or whatever it was that thing did.
I expect it'll try if it can, but perhaps Caldy can open up negotiations.
It might be a swarm of hand inside that thing, Julie.
Perhaps, or if it has a name. If it has a name, then I'll
Yeah,
have
I get
power over it.
Yeah, I get it.
Caldy.
All right, so I'll go back over there. Don't open it up. I'll kind of rap on the lid and says, "Can you hear me in there? Are you all right? Need some help?"
As everyone waits. Tension builds.
There's a thud against the lid.
Dizzy jumps.
Creepy.
Yep. A little bit.
You know, I'm the bearer of the artifact. I belong here. My friends belong here. You should be helping us. If you give me your name, I'll help you out. We could use your aid in accomplishing our goals. And I'll phrase that a little better, but that's the approach I'm taking. But trying to get a manipulation roll if he actually is intelligent.
Maybe intelligent, but you can't use manipulation on monsters.
All right.
But it does seem like it is stuck inside. Like maybe whatever position it's in, it doesn't have the leverage necessary to like heave open the lid. But as you talk to it, it is trying to get out.
So I'll walk away from it, walk past Trustius and say, "It's as dense as you are."
Fair. Caldy, can I borrow your dagger?
My dagger. Yes, here you go.
See if I
like that
can
dagger.
see if I can wedge it in to prevent that thing from opening. Make it harder, you know what I mean?
You can't really do that with the dagger because like the lid basically lifts up.
I
You
gotcha.
could put another lid on top of it, though.
That's my next thought.
That you could do. That would require somebody to make a might roll.
Let's, Okatai. You're the other. Okatai's
Yeah.
the other strong one. Give me a hand. Put one of the other lids on top of this one. Keep it in there longer.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Right. So
I'm gonna assist Dizzy so she can make the roll, and I can give her a +1.
okay, perfect.
Because I'm strong, but I don't have might.
I have might, and I'm strong.
Yep, I know this.
Right. Yeah. So between the two of you, you do manage to get this this lid into place. Make sure that it's centered so that it's not going to just like fall off when this thing thumps against the inside of it and all that stuff. Basically, securing it as best you can.
Yep. Feel a
Um,
little better about that.
By the time you guys are done, like gathering the armor, checking the sarcophagi, securing this, the torch that Caldy has does extinguish.
I'm gonna light another one.
Okay.
Sorry, did we take the lid off of the one that was thudding or no?
No, we put another lid on top.
Quite the opposite, yeah.
Okay. We reinforced it. Okay.
Yep.
If it's not speaking, may it have another lid.
Trustius is gonna go over to that sarcophagus though.
Okay.
kind of sit down, put his back to it. You understand that you're dead, yes? And you're trapped here.
There is some thumping, but no actual response.
Your compatriots have done well to protect their temple, but they have fallen. Your master will fall soon. Before long, this temple or place of worship will belong to me. So you have an option. You can rail against your captivity, or you can choose to serve a new master. I assure you, my magic is more powerful than what made you. And I know you can't manipulate, but just try to see if it'll talk.
If it says anything, you can't hear it throughout the stone.
Okay. When we're done here, this one dies with the rest, I suppose.
Sure.
Well, maybe it just will stop being animated when we deal with whatever's here.
Hopefully.
Depends on what made it.
We'll see.
All right.
I mean, if we're out of armor, we can always try to come here and finish it.
Yeah, I'm hoping this armor will last a little longer than the other ones did.
Hopefully, I kind of
I'm
like
not
it.
counting on it, but I'm hoping.
I kind of like it. It's darker, so it's easier to be discreet in.
And perhaps we need to come up with uniforms. Black on gray on slate or something.
Something that doesn't show the blood easy would be nice.
Dark gray.
Getting stabbed less would be better.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely would. But
Well,
that's what armor's for.
we have chosen a path. North it is, yes?
Yep.
I'll go get the door. Prodding again, making sure there's no trap.
All right. The door to the north is locked.
Locked again.
Desi will stand to one side.
Oh, I
Did
have
we not hear any other activity from that other southern sarcophagus?
No, you do not.
Do we want to check it?
We might as well. We've got some idea on the other three.
Okay.
So when you open up that one there is another like white body in here, but it does not seem to be animated. Perhaps whatever magic was animating them didn't take on this particular corpse or whatever, but this one is non-functional.
Still
That's how I
hasn't.
like it.
Does it have anything in terms of what might be valuables or a sword or armor?
Sword and armor, just like the other ones.
Anybody else needed to switch his armor?
My chainmail will still get one.
Mine's fine.
I'm sure I'd be comfortable wearing that armor.
Well, Desi, we got a spare if he broke another one.
All right.
I'm hoping we won't need it.
Hopefully.
I
I think
believe
there's
the
just
door's
me and
unlocked.
you blocking weapon with our face.
All right, new door.
New door.
One
You managed
success
to
on the
unlock-
lockpick.
You managed to unlock it. I get my hand on the door and one hand on my spear, and I open it up.
Right. It's another short little corridor, like the hand corridor before it. Pay no attention to the rubble that's in the room. And then across the way there is another door that looks very solidly locked.
I'm gonna poke on the other side of the door to see if there's a thing that will close the door behind me.
Nope. It is. It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. You can just check the door. We might need a lock for this one though. A keys, I mean.
I can try to pick it just in case.
Oh yeah.
What's the door made of?
It's made out of like iron banded wood. But as you get closer to take a look at it, kind of like it's like a double door with like the seam in the middle of the two doors. There's very definitely like arcane symbols that go around the door, like a seal drawn on in. Might be dried blood, like ancient dried blood, but
They're definitely going to.
So do we think this is holding something in or trying to keep something out?
I'm starting to definitely think that that's where they're keeping whatever they don't want to go out. Maybe we should do the rest of this place to try to know what's behind this door before opening it.
Does he look
Or
so
we
twistiest?
talk to the master. Put this to an end.
I mean,
What master?
whatever is
Powerful-
animating all of this.
Powerful necromancer here of some sort.
Yeah, but we don't have any idea where yet.
My guess is beyond that door.
That door is a serious contender.
Well, we could always knock and see if something makes a noise on the other side.
I mean, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're very discreet so far.
I would never associate us and the word discreet together.
Not exactly.
Chris, I'm going to go up to the door and I'm going to gently rapping on, quote the raven.
The chamber door.
Poor Poe.
It heard a rapping on its chamber door. Said the halfling nevermore.
so as you knock on the door, it feels
I'll use my club because it's got a bit more
right. So as you knock on it, it does echo, kind of vaguely ominously. And as you knock, there's like a little kind of like pulse from that symbol carved into the door, drawn onto the door. It seems to pulse in time with the rhythm of your knock.
try to identify that magic?
Laurels.
Is it a green color like all the other light in this place?
It would be, yes.
Oh, finally, the necromancer knows necromancer stuff. Ish.
This one's not necromancy.
So Trustius. That is definitely sorceress magic as opposed to druidic. That is symbolism magic.
Symbolism.
So basically, that seal is containing a spell of some sort.
Do I have any inclination about how powerful a spell it is?
You don't know. You'd have to use detect magic for that.
Okay. So we'll start with sense magic, I guess. Just reading through it real quick.
So you just need like a power level 1.
So sense magic. We'll save cast a snot out of that. Still costs the willpower though. But
Yep. Okay. Right. So that is it's moderately powerful. And it seems like it's basically like a magical lock. Like in D&D terms, it would be arcane lock.
so if I was going to use dispel magic, am I thinking like power level 2, 3, 5, 10?
Power level 3.
Oof. Power level 3. Any iron around? It's the ingredient for dispel magic.
I think it's specifically iron filings, isn't it?
Iron filings, yeah.
So no, there are no iron filings around.
Okay, so I'm going to need 3 willpower. Can save cast for 1. I mean, might as well try it, right? I don't think we've ever cast a spell.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna take a zone away from this.
Okay. Everybody's like, it's okay, Trustius. You got this. As everybody kind of backs up.
Everybody takes a step back.
I think that's fair.
What the effect of that is that it misfire and dispels something else close. I don't want my stuff to be dispelled.
Oof. This is like a record. This is the most magic Trustius has cast without blowing himself up.
Well, normally he just dumps 10 willpower into something because he's a moron.
So the key is deny you willpower.
It's really the secret of dealing with any wizard in this game.
Yeah, I'm willpowerless right now, and I feel kind of stuck.
So you kind of reach out, kind of like open up your senses. You can see the spell that's being bound there. And you start to kind of pluck away at the little threads of it, and the door unlocks.
I mean, while we're doing stupid stuff, I'll open.
One second here.
I feel we're in the situation where that dungeon is based on adventure never go in a straight line.
Bit of a low YOLO going on here. Let's just we're going right to the heart.
So as you kind of step forward, lights flicker on. These ones are not greenish. These ones are like a more typical kind of like torchy type of color. And this room, it seems like it's wide but not deep. Maybe only like 15, 20 feet across, and there is an archway directly across from you. No door, just an archway.
Okay. Well, he'll carefully take one step forward, kind of doing what Okatai did with like the end of his bow, seeing if there's anything weird and wonderful out there.
Okay. You do see like this narrow room, like it's quite wide. It's probably as wide as you would guess, probably as wide as the crypt itself is. But again, not deep. And you do see that there are probably 4, maybe 5 sarcophagi on each wall on the north and south walls. But nothing seems to respond to you stepping forward.
Could that be a portal, Tresius?
I'm not sure. Seems safe so far, though. We might as well move forward together. I'll inspect the archway as you form up.
I'll walk up to where Tresius is right now.
Right. The archway just looks like an archway. No signs of arcane markings or anything on it. And it seems to be a corridor that goes off into darkness further than your light sources that you currently have available are showing. Because the guy with the torch is way at the back.
I think we'll wait till everyone gets together.
Like I said, I walked up to where Tresius was before going to the archway. I just can't move my token.
Right. So yeah, so Cully comes up with the light. Okatai moves forward a bit. Doesn't seem to be anything dangerous. Nothing comes up to jump you. No sarcophagus lids go flying open. Nothing of that nature. And the lights that snapped on as this door opened seem to be of a normal color, a non-tainted color. Cully, as you move forward, since you can see in the dark, you should be able to see down the corridor to the north. You see what looks like it's a smallish room, not terribly big. But you see just the foot from your position of what looks like a very ornately carved sarcophagus.
All right, I think the one you're looking for is just ahead. It's I assume it's the one that's got all the decorations. The casket with all the decorations.
Seems likely, and a dialogue would be better if we could arrange it.
All right. And Caldy will move up.
All right. Oh, you're moving all the way up.
Just kind of looking at Okatai and Desi like...
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm moving. I'm moving up to Tresius.
Yeah, I'll move up too, so I don't get too far.
Okay. So you guys all move forward. Caldy, on the other hand, just barges all the way forward.
What?
Hey, acting like he owns the place. He's got to show confidence here. He's got 1 agility left in case he needs to get out of here quick, though.
So many guy in this room.
right, and as you step forward, some lights flick on. Again, the kind of normal colored lighting. You see there's a couple of statues in here. One is a statue of a man in armor. The other one is obviously a statue of a female, also in armor. And the sarcophagi are carved to resemble those statues. And as you step
Or
forward,
a lore check here.
as you step forward into the room, those sarcophagus lids swing open very quickly.
The ones in the room Culdy's in, or the ones in the room we're in?
The ones in the room Culdy is in.
Oh, great.
Good morning. You've had a long sleep. I got coffee out in the camp. You all interested?
Oh, dear God.
And if they are not, I'm booting it.
Oh my.
Oh, need to change the name on this one.
Oh, my, indeed. God damn it.
Just here to turn down the sheets.
Mental
Picture.
note.
Is it the Pirates of the Caribbean movie at the beginning where Johnny Depp's going to get eaten by savages or something? So he's running back and he's got all these people chasing him or whatever. That's what this is going to be in a second.
Yeah, we send Ryzen in next.
Hey,
Good. No, I mean for the talking part. I think that Caldy's a little risk tolerant for this kind of work.
All right.
He's used to having someone there to protect him.
So, Culdy, what are you trying to get them to do?
I'm trying to get them kind of to not eat me. I'm trying to be friendly. I'm kind of hoping to get, like, hey, we got someone in your line of work here. There's this, the goal is to get allies against this demon thing, but barring that, not get eaten alive.
Okay.
You're trying to have them agree to negotiate, kind of deal.
Yeah, I want allies against a freaking demon that's going to eat my soul if I die. That's my second priority. My first priority is not dying until this demon's just not
Right.
going to eat my soul.
So what are you trying to get out of your manipulate roll?
An ally, I think.
Right. So you can give me a manipulation roll.
Sorry, I want them to have a friendly conversation with Trestius. More importantly, I want to get their names, which might be a lore roll because these they seem famous.
There might be information in Trustius's book, but
Gotcha.
but you can give me a manipulate roll.
I've been avoiding that book as much as I can.
Too tempting.
It's a bad book.
Spending all my hero points.
I should have used karma.
Maybe this is karma.
Do you have any luck left?
Which one are you trying to manipulate?
The lady,
Okay.
with much flattery.
All right. So she will turn and she'll say, "Servant, tell your friends we will speak with them."
Of course, my lady. And I back out carefully without taking my eyes off them. Says, Trestius, you're up.
Why is he crawling on his belly as he walks back?
I don't know.
I don't have to get on my belly. My belly's close enough to the floor.
So they swing over his head, maybe?
Trestius will walk it.
As you do, the woman does yell out in this ghastly voice. She's like, "Servant, come back."
Yes, my lady.
Sit at my feet.
It will be an honor.
Sit on my feet?
At.
And I do.
All right. So Trustius, as you walk in, two things draw your attention immediately as a necromancer. One, those are both death knights.
Oh, shit.
And secondly, the female one is wearing she's got like a pentacle and various accoutrements that one would associate with sorcery.
My lady.
Our servant says, "You wish to speak."
I do. I apologize if we've woken you. And he'll take a knee. Show proper respect. I'm in awe of the magic I've seen here.
You have unsealed the tomb.
I hope we do not cause offense.
Far from it.
I have hopefully come to learn.
Learn what?
Magic. Oh, you've gained your own life. I'm merely an apprentice next to masters, as far as I can tell.
Aldy's not thrilled with the way this conversation's going.
But there is a demon on this isle. One that is claiming all the souls of all that die.
And you wish to not die. And as she's talking to Tressus, her creepy skeletal hands are kind of playing through Caldy's hair.
My poor bald spot. That is creepy as fuck.
I'm an elf. Dying is mostly an inconvenience.
Well, we do owe you a favor since you have unsealed our crypt and brought us the servant. I will teach you.
May I ask one thing?
You may ask.
Can I act in his stead as your servant, as you teach me? And let the rest of them go.
No. You will be the apprentice, and you will be a servant regardless. But if you're a good apprentice, I will let you have this one to take care of your needs.
Let me see.
But the others may go. My husband will see them to the surface. I believe he wishes to see what the world might be like.
Agreed. I think perhaps the rest of you should go to the surface and show our Lord what the new world brings. Caldy and I will stay here as we've been told.
And the other Death Knight, the Lord, kind of like gets up. Like, cinches his sword belt sort of thing. Looks over at the one and says, like, I will return when I see what the surface world has wrought in our absence. And he will make his way past Trustius and towards the rest of you. He looks right at Desi and says, like, follow.
Desi looks at Trustius. She
Trustius
does
nods.
not look even remotely comfortable with this. She looks at Okatai. Yeah. Desi looks at Okatai and then back to Trustius again and then turns to follow this Death Knight.
And he does the same as he like approaches Okatai and Ryzen. He's like, follow me. And he just starts making his way towards the way you guys came down.
I just look at Desi with what do we do kind of look.
She gives him like a quarter of a shrug and then kind of gestures with her head to follow the guy. Wants to see outside.
And what is Okatai doing?
Talking to her mute.
Oh, I don't know if Yorick's on mute or...
Release Yorick.
Oh, damn it. I didn't notice I was on mute. I've been speaking for the last minutes.
He's like, fuck, what are you doing?
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, what I was saying is when he asks to follow, I let him pass me, and I look at Desi. I make a small nods, and I look at my spear. Like, just let him be a bit farther away from here, and we'll handle it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a let's split them look.
She gives him a tiny nod back. Like, yep, that's what I heard as a plan.
Yep.
He said he'll come back once he's seen the outside.
Yep. So let's show him the outside.
Hey. Is Ryzen following along as well?
Yep.
All right. So as Desi and Ryzen and Okatai follow this Lord, this Death Knight towards the surface, the camera kind of pans, over their shoulders as Trustius and Caldy are left behind with the other Death Knight, who is like slowly stroking her bony fingers through Caldy's hair. As the camera, as you guys kind of step in, they get smaller and smaller and smaller in the distance, and we'll call it there.
It goes against everything in Desi to leave Cody behind there. Holy shit.
I just know that he has the crown.
Yeah,
So
that's the...
As
we
long as
put all the
Colby
cards
remembers.
and she can cast spell, I think they can gain enough time for us to dispatch this one and get to him. If
If
we split
Colby-
them, we have a chance.
If
That
Colby
means
can manage
Trustius
to get that-
can't cast spells too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how that worked out.
Oh shit.
That's a terrible plan, but it's the plan.
No,
we
no,
have.
no. It's not a terrible plan. I don't trust Trustius around these two.
Like, you gotta know Okatai that he's not gonna go all the way through this plan. He's gonna like ambush that guy. He's done it before.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the two of you are going to ambush this thing, and I'll be like, well, that makes that decision easier.
I got a sneaking suspicion that 2 weeks from now we're going to be playing a different game.
You guys are battered, and bruised and down on willpower and separated. And at least those of you that needed it did repair or replace your armor. So there is that.
Yep.
I just like the fact that right now Culdy's basically a Death Knight's pet.
Yep.
Beats being demon food.
All right. So XP. Participate in the game session? Yes. Travel through at least a hex? No. Discover new adventure site? No. Defeat one or more monsters? Yes. Find a treasure, 1 gold or more? You have. You haven't collected it all, but the chainmail and stuff alone is worth more than a gold. Build a function? No. Activate pride? No. Suffer from dark secret? No. Risk your life for another PC? Not yet. Extraordinary actions. I don't think there's any.
Nothing really stands out.
I mean,
No.
Busy did well. She did better at 1 strength and 1 wits than she had all last game. But that was more because last game absolutely sucked.
Yeah, it was extraordinary that everybody did better than they did last game.
Right.
Alright,
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
uh,
otherwise.
so that sounds like 3 XP.
And Trustius, I have 5 willpower currently because I've taken a little beating since the last time you've taken willpower from me.
How do you have 5 willpower? Crazy little
Lost
monkey.
2 wits and 1 agility.
Because Culdy pushes rolls. Even
Yeah.
when he knows he shouldn't.
And 1 empathy.
On the plus side, though, that pushed scouting roll let you know that there was like a still functional white in that sarcophagus before anybody opened it.
Which was good to know.
That's the thing.
But
We could have been down 1 more set of armor otherwise.
1 set of armor per monster. That seems to be dead with rolls.
Fuck this dungeon.
Back for those.
It figures now I have enough XP for Dragon Slayer 3, but I'm not going to get to spend it before we fight this thing, probably.
No.
Depends on what he does when he gets to the surface.
That
Maybe
is-
he'll...
That is true.
Yeah, we set up camp with him for a quarter day.
Yeah, we don't have to attack him immediately. We can wait until his guard is down a bit. If
I mean, I'll have to check with the lore check probably next game if somebody who raised the dead knows instinctively if something they raised died. Because if they don't, we could try to kill him while he's out of sight of the sorceress and get back down.
yeah.
Hey, I can keep manipulating.
Hey, these are Death Knights.
They're probably pretty good against demons.
They're probably pretty good against everything.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Oh, yeah.
That is absolutely a problem.
Maybe
Well,
they'll fall apart.
Knights
as
in
soon as
D&D
they fall
have
down.
knights level
These things
spells.
are horrible in D&D. I can't imagine how much worse they are in this game. Everything in this game is a million times worse than in D&D.
Maybe they're magical constructs and they'll fall apart as soon as I put the crown on.
You guys have defeated a Death Knight before, but I think at that point Okatai unleashed like a level 12 Purge Undead, so.
Yep. And I don't have willpower right.
But we will find out next time.
Alrighty, thanks, Chris. Appreciate you running.
Yep.
I
Thanks
love
very
this
much.
game.
Oh yeah, I love this game.
Cheers, everyone.
Have,
See you on the
have a
next
good
one.
evening, guys.
Take
Thanks,
care,
guys.
everybody.